whatever it's been, 11 road games. You guys are going to be sort of here now for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It's very valuable. Those are 2 long, hard trips, and especially last night at the end, second half, I could see it in our guys. They had pretty much given all that they could give. The shots were short. The intention on getting in the paint was a little bit less. So yeah, it's good to be home, and oftentimes they say the first home game is like a road game because we got in super late last night and all that stuff, but it's definitely good to be home.
Is it good? Can you do more work when you don't have a flight later? In other words, as you plan these next 3 weeks, are there things you can address that you've had to put off until you had this time?
Yeah, I mean, the routine is much easier and better. I mean, the guys have a routine when they're home, when we're on the road, whether it's gym availability, whether it's getting in late, whether it's a host of things. It can be tough. So, yeah, now that we're home, we have our routine. We watched film today, and it was a good film session. Guys are comfortable in their spots and all that stuff, which seems like a little thing, but it's a big thing for guys to feel comfortable in their surroundings and get some work done and, push forward.
Coach, I know losing Kevin for 3 games is never a good thing, but can that be a positive in terms of being able to watch 3 games, gain some perspective, maybe watch the game slow down a little bit, and maybe simply execute a little bit differently?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to take a step back and see. And sometimes when you're in it, you don't get to see as much or feel as much and see where your reads are. And it's different when you're watching it live as opposed to on film, because it's like, oh man, it's like real time. So for him, yeah, it's going to be great to have him back, but hopefully there has been growth in that time that he was out, not only in like execution, but I'm sure he's a little more hungry after being out. And it's hard when you really want to play and you can't.
Coach, as busy as your schedule is, how do you get a chance, or how often do you get a chance to watch like the G League teams?
Oh, so I watched the first game. I haven't watched the last game. I wanted to watch last night. I heard Oos play really well last night, so I'm looking forward to it. I don't watch them live for sure. Seems like they're always on the same time as we're playing, so I gotta watch it hopefully this evening. But I gotta get ready for Chicago too. So
you get a chance when you watch them, or you get a chance to evaluate some of the talent.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, our G League team, Mahmoud has done a great job with our G League team, and I believe they're undefeated and playing well. So to see our guys down there, whether it's Oos or what's the other guy? My mind is going crazy. We got Dacian Nix. It's good to have those guys down there in our system. Even Lamb, playing well and doing his thing. And I want to see yesterday's game, and then I want to see tomorrow's game. See what we got.
Offensively, things have just sort of like fallen off a cliff in the third quarters.
Yeah.
What leads to that?
Some of it is our lack of experience going into the third as far as what's necessary. You can't play the same way in the second half that you play in the first half. There's adjustments. There's oftentimes we'll play well in the first half and the team will be ramped up to play us in the second half. And we need to meet that challenge instead of kind of expecting it to go the same way that it went in the first half. So our preparation going into the second half as far as mentally needs to be better as a group.
Tactically, have teams made adjustments that young guys then don't adjust to?
A little bit. I mean, teams are definitely forcing us to shoot more threes and packing the paint and all of that stuff and daring us at times to shoot. But, that's just part of it.
As a team, how do you compensate for bad shooting nights when teams do cut back the paint? Like, how do you find offense in those moments?
Yeah, so we get to our driving kick and allow those guys to shoot those open shots, but we also get to more screening actions where if they're going to be sagging off a guy, he can be a really good screener and you can get an even better shot. So we make sure that if they're going to be sagging, we're either pinning in on those guys, making it hard for them to rotate, or making those guys screeners. So now, as their defenders all the way in, we should be even more open than we were before.